Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to demonstrate how to work with Eclipse and some programs of MapReduce and some programs of HDFS API. This is why because Hadoop is a framework which deals with the storing and processing of data, as you know that, and to go with some coding like Java or with the streaming of Python, Ruby, Perl, C++, or if you want to copy or move a file from one location to another location, the another location is nothing but Hadoop. So in dynamical way, we need either a language called Java or Python. So that this video is going to demonstrate how to work with Eclipse, and before that, what is Eclipse, how to work with Eclipse, and how can we code or how can we go with the program using Java in Eclipse. So first of all, are you seeing in the desktop screen, I started with Cloudera Quick Start VM 5.7 in the VirtualBox, Oracle VirtualBox, and by default it contains all the services get up and running, and the Cloudera by inbuilt it given like Eclipse. So I clicked on Eclipse will get on. So when Eclipse is getting started, it will ask a default workspace, because in order to save the program or in order to save some of the things which we doing the performance or program or progress whatever, and we need some location, right? For that location I am specifying here as a workspace. Now we'll see, let it be started. Yeah, right. Actually before that we used to get some of the, but I defaultly called it as switch workspace. So switch workspace other, it will ask the workspace. So when you click on Eclipse icon, so we'll ask like some location to store all the programs that we worked on Eclipse. So I mentioned here as home, Cloudera and workspace. That's okay, fine. And this is the Eclipse, and in Eclipse there are some versions are there. For example excuse me, for example, if you go to click help, and if you see about Eclipse, you will see some versions. This is my line, this is recommender, and some of the versions. Now the default version that's given is Luna, given by the Cloudera in this Cloudera Quick Start VM dump, and click on OK. So in Eclipse we'll have coming to the help. In help we will have the some of the check for updates in order to update the plugins. So if you want to get the Tomcat plugin, so click on Eclipse Marketplace. So by Eclipse, this is an IDE or a tool to work with a program, and by default suppose there are some plugins like Tomcat plugin, CBS plugin, some of the plugins for us to make easy to work. So I typed here as Tomcat and enter. I will get the Apache Tomcat plugin. If I get installed this plugin, so it is easily for me to work with the Tomcat plugin. But to work with the Tomcat plugin, I need to install the Tomcat in my Eclipse itself. So Eclipse Tomcat plugin I am getting installed. As of now this is not required, but I am just telling how can we install plugin. Okay, if you keep this aside, if you're seeing this package explorer, okay, this is confirm. If you see in the package explorer, this is a package explorer that contains training. We'll call here you're looking at folder. This folder is nothing but we called as a project. So under this project there will be some source code, some folders will be there which contains maybe source code folder or library folders or any folder that contains. And see, if anyone want to start with working on Eclipse, the prerequisite is Java installation. So you need at least a Oracle JDK Java 1.7, 1.6 or 1.8. So when Eclipse gets started, by defaultly they will have one JVM or JRE or JDK, the plugin that will be inbuilt, which will taken by the Eclipse, and all the programs will get executed by using this project. So I'm going to the coming back to Eclipse Marketplace. I'm going to accept and terms and going to finish. So I'm going always run in background in order to explore more about these plugins. Okay, fine. So this is a project. Training is a project which is inbuilt that given by the Cloudera when we started Eclipse. So I'm opening the training project. In training project we have the source folder. In source folder I will go with the restart later, so I'm clicking on no. Okay, coming back to source folder, we'll have in source folder they will have some packages, because in Java programming skills or in Java language will contains languages, we'll have the packages, we'll have classes with respect to the name of .java. And so we need a JRE to execute, right? So JRE is subsystem library. It is by default, it will come when we create a new project. And reference libraries, apart from Java libraries that we need to execute through Java program, suppose we need some other libraries like third-party libraries. Suppose if you want to work with the Hadoop, we need the Hadoop libraries to get program executed or to get output of the program. So that we can configure here. Okay, and conf. So conf is a folder. That conf folder contains some properties. Okay, this is given by the Cloudera itself. Now I don't want to use training folder, but I want to run a program. There's some ways to create a project or to import the project which already have the code itself in it. For example, if you see in the workshop Chirala Engineering College Faculty Development Program, I given some of the packages or some of the code, source code, right? So there are two ways. Go to file. The first step I'm going to show you is how to create a project. I'm going to a project, go to new and go to Java project. I'm giving as big data test. Okay, and if you see in here JRE in this Cloudera term, it contains Java 1.7, which is already taken by the Eclipse itself. Now go to next, and here the libraries coming to the library system JRE libraries, or by default it automatically picked by the Eclipse. If you want to add more libraries, you can go to add. You can add to more libraries if you had, or if you can add more libraries. Here two types are there that I will let you know when I deploy the project which is already given or it is already dumped here, and I'm going to click on finish. So big data test project is created. I want to write a sample program on Java which is like to print hello world, something kind of thing. So open big data project, big data test project, and click on source and right click on source folder, go to new and go to class. Okay, here I am giving the package, I am not giving any name to the package, so it will take by default package. I am giving test and I am selecting the public static void main. If we would like to use public static void main, then we need to select or we need to check up the box public static void main. and click on finish. Okay, fine. So see, after selecting the required things what we need, the class name is we given in the window pop-up, and we selected the public static void main in the pop-up, so that there is no necessity of writing the same code, same class names, everything in this Eclipse. Eclipse is a thing which makes things easier to work with. I am going with try catch. So suppose I want, see, I written like ex dot print. Okay, then click on control plus space, then you will get some proposals. So if I click on control plus space, I got some proposals. I am selecting print stack by clicking down arrow and enter. So I got the rest of the method. Some of the methods which is inbuilt, if imported by the Java or some other third-party libraries, we will get the rest of the thing if we click on control plus space and selecting the desired method. Okay, fine. Now here I would like to write SYSO. No, I typed SYSO, and again I am going to press control and plus space. Here we got SYSO out. It will give the full method of the system or system.out.println. This is a shortcut key. Okay, here I am writing hello test completed. I written the sample program. Then I am going to execute this. How to execute this program? Since it is a public static void main, just right click on the program as you seen in the screen and go to run as, and go to Java application. I think you can see here hello test completed. This is the output what I mentioned to get the output result, right? So this is a simple basic thing. So how can go with the execution of the Eclipse? This is a fine thing. Now I would like to go with the program what I said in the workshop. That is, this is one way of creating a project. I have the project and I would like to import. First of all, to the people who attended the workshop of Chiral Engineering College Faculty Development Program, please go to the www.bigdatatrends.com and go to Hadoop resources. If you go to the Hadoop resources, here you will get so many resources and links to work with it, right? And if you seen here at the end of the thing, I created during the workshop only, I created CSE and download. Go to click on download. You will get a link to download the folder css-zip and click on download. So you will get downloaded in the download folder. Download anyway. It will be downloaded in, click on save, okay, save file, okay, and it will get downloaded in the downloads folder. If you take, so this is a window. Actually when we in last video I said how this window came. Again I am telling, go to edit, go to preferences and go to behavior and check always open in the browser window. You will get this kind of window browser so that it is easy to work with. Again I'm going to downloads. Here CSC, the folder is, I got it. I extracted the zip file here, CEC. Again I got the CEC zip file. Again I extracted. Here the content which I had, I supposed to given in the workshop. Big data is a folder and Hive is another folder, just like a projects. Copy this project. Okay, copy this project and go to Cloudera folder and go to workspace folder. I repeat, go to Cloudera folder and go to workspace folder and just paste here big data project. Already I done here, so I'm not going to paste the project, big data project. Fine. If you go to, again going to Eclipse, go to file, go to file menu. In the top menu you can see the file. You can go to import existing projects into workspace. So select general, will be there. In general, click on general and you will get existing projects into workspace. Here you can use file system also. Suppose if a big data folder is in the, where it is in the downloads folder. If you use a file system, you can get import from there to workspace folder. That is one of the way. Downloads, CEC, CEC Saipawan and Hive. For example, I am taking Hive. Okay, select a Hive and overwrite the existing sources into without warnings. Hive. Okay, some path is missing here as of now. Okay, don't know. Okay, then fine, we'll go with the existing project because I think it is already copied there. Go to file again, go to import. I selected existing projects into workspace. Next, browse, select big data. Okay, so the moment I given the exact part, I got the finish and go to finish. The big data project is get selected. Fine. Okay, now right click on the project, close this big data test. As of now I don't want. So if you want to close the project or if you want to open the project, this is the following thing we need to do. So big data test is a project which I created before. I close the project. The project get closed, so no programs we can see here. I am also closing the training project. Okay, fine. Go to big data. Just go get a glance. So what are the contents that there? This is source folder. The source folder contains some packages and some programs. If you go to the default, you will have some programs. Matrix multiplication program in the default package and word count program in the big data.learning package, and you will have bigdata.learning.hdfs. This is the program for copy from local and HDFS files as of the specified, the syllabus specified by the big data J into Kakinada. The max temperature mapper.java, max temperature reducer.java, and max temperature with combiner.java. This is a max temperature program. Okay, fine. And suppose see the library folder. You may get the doubt how this library folder got it. So if you want to create any folder with any name, right click on the big data project and go to new and go to folder, select folder. You will get name folder. Just I am giving lib1. finish. So I created a lib1 folder. Okay, now, and this is the first thing. So you want, in order to create any folder, this is the first thing. If you want to create a file in the folder, so let's select lib1 folder, right click on the lib1 folder and go to new again and create a file. Select a file. The file name is like text dots or like sample.txt. Finish. So here I am writing Pavan Sai Hardware, right? I'm getting saved. It will get saved. Okay, fine. Now coming back in this project, if you see in the JRE system library that contains system libraries. Okay, fine. Apart from that, reference libraries. Suppose here I given a program such a way that we need to work with Hadoop also. So the Hadoop contains some of the libraries as common libraries. Hadoop common libraries are there. So those libraries we need to import to the big data project, and we need to work with certain classes, packages, or certain statements or programs that we need to do. So what I done is I picked all the necessary libraries. For example, here in this project I'm going to show with the Hadoop HDFS, I would like to show with the MapReduce, and I'm going to show with the Hive, right? So let's see whether those library jar files are there or not here. Yes, it is there. Hadoop auth is there, Hadoop commons, Hadoop HDFS, Hadoop -MapReduce, Hadoop -MapReduce client, code, everything, Hadoop yarn, and Hive built-ins, Hive common, Hive contrib, Hive execution, Hive HBase handler. If you want to work with Hive with respect to HBase, there is a Hive HBase handler, Hive JDBC. This is very important for us because I want to create a table, I want to store the data, I want to run the query. So JDBC is a good connector, and that link with the Hive-JDBC. This jar file is very useful for us to work with it. And zookeeper scoop everything. So, and you may get the thought, so what is this common CLI? Because since it is related with some of the virtual network and some of the file transfer, right, and some of the loggings will be there. In order to achieve that, some configurations will be there. So we will use the commons-configuration. So collection, suppose if we want to use the file upload, we need it. Some dependence jar files are there in order to achieve the performance or the program that we need to work. That's why these all said to be called as a dependencies jars. This is fine. Okay. Now you may get the doubt how to. We need to add these jars to the class path of the project or to the source code in order to compile and execute of the program. How to do that? How to achieve that? Before that, I am again in build. Go to right click on big data project and go to build path and go to configure build path. You may see that already I given the path to this, so that it is already showing here. I am deleting all the things, remove, fine, clicking on OK. Since I removed, I will get the compile exceptions. Okay, and go to library folder, go to activation. I am selecting all the activation. There are two types to adding the jar files to the project. One thing is adding in this way. I am selecting all the jar files, right click on it, selected jar files, go to build path and add to build path. This is a one way. If you click on the add to build path, you will get the list here. And again go to big data pro. I not selected to add to build path. If we selected add to build path, it will go to build path. Again I'm going to build path, configure build path. Those are all jar files will get listed here. Okay, fine. Next, here you can see add jars, add external jars. If you click the add jars, this will point out to adding the jars within the project. If you add external jars, this will point out out of the Eclipse, out of the projects. For example, I'm clicking on add jars. Since the big data is a project which is open project, it will show the open project. Suppose there are two other projects, big data test and training project. If the training project and big data test project is open, then it will show the list those projects also get listed here. Fine. Now big data, click on big data, select library, selecting all the libraries. Selecting all the libraries. Enter or click OK. Either enter or click OK. OK. All things are added. But I need to export this to the project. Go to order and export and click on select all. All things will be get selected and click on OK. Now if you see, everything is getting processed here and the compilation errors got done because Eclipse itself will, once the jars will get into the class path or build path, so compilation automatically it will take care of Eclipse itself, and it will give the compilation error if the program is get compiled error or any package is missed. So since there is no packages missed here and all the packages are perfect, all the program is written in such a way, in a good way. Fine. Now the step here is I imported the jar files. Okay. Yeah, so far you've seen how to import project, and we imported the project big data, and you've seen how we can build the jar files to the project, right? Now it's the time to see the coding. First of all, I'm going with the bigdata.learning.hdfs and going to hdfsfiles.java. So how to create the file I seen in the previous the LEF and hdfsfile.java. Just if you want to increase the font size, go to Windows, go to Preference, or go to editor also not a problem. Okay, then fine, go to Preferences, go to General and go to Editors, and if you seen here you can see text editors. In text editors, go to see colors and fonts, text font, click on double click, and I'm going with 16. Fine. Okay, apply. This is fine and okay. Okay, fine. So as I said, I created the project. If you want to see a sample, I am creating a project again here. Right click on project, package, and go to new and go to class. So class is nothing but Java project. So you seen here bigdata.learning.hdfs. I'm typing test and typing publish, checking the publish static void main, and click on finish. I got it. Okay, now again get back to hdfs files.java. Yes, if you see here, we imported IO file java.io for the input IO operations, read write operations, and I imported Java. Apart from Java, Hadoop configuration, fs data output stream, which is the class in the Hadoop package. This came from the packages. Okay, first of all I will show you the execution part, then I will go with the in detail of step by step of the program. Okay, fine. So what here, Kerberos is there, and I am giving target as first of all I would like to execute as it is. Whether it will get created or not, we will see it. What are the exception we got, we will see it. Go to run as Java application. Part not exist. Okay, got it. So what I done here, let's see. So if you double click on HDFS file tab, it will get maximize. Coming to the program, in public static void main I return string source. I am giving some source path. I am given string target equals some target path. This source path in our home cloud Kerberos is a file, one of the file, and target I am giving as a HDFS target. Okay, I call the class file as a class with the object file and append source. And in second step, so the file I would like to taking the streaming input stream by using input stream, and it contains a file we calling is as object with the file input stream, and calling the file object into the file input stream. Okay, fine, that is fine. Now again I called configuration conf equal to new configuration. Configuration is a class with the object conf is created, so that suppose in a Hadoop HDFS we had a configurations that contains in the core site.xml, HDFS site.xml, and MapRed or yarn site.xml. Some configurations will be there, port numbers, so where we need to point out, everything will be there. So in this configuration conf, I am setting the fs.default fs. This is the name node name. I am passing. I am pointing out default URL. This is the URL of the name node. Okay, this is the name node of the URL. hds://quick-start-cloudera:8020. Path equal to path, new path of. Again, this is fine. Configuration is fine. Now I am giving path equal to new path is another class I am taking by creating a new object on this class. For this I am appending the target. The main intention of this program is I have a file, Kerberos file in my source, and I would like to move or copy or stream this file from this location to another location as a target, and the target as a HDFS. Okay, now if you see, I am specifying a path as a class by using we can give the path by calling the path as a path class. Okay, file system. Now again I call the file system equal to file system dot new instance of, I am passing it is a class which passes, and new instance, it will create a new object internally in the Hadoop configuration. I am passing the URL. Okay, Hadoop new URL, name node URL with the configuration. Because why I am passing this configuration, the configuration dot set is a configuration. Okay, and if file system dot exists of path, if file system dot exist of path, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So up to now only I written the code, rest of the code I commented. So this is the file system. This file system will give the entire data. This is an object. The object contains entire data. For example, if you see here, go to Hadoop, HDFS name node, go to utilities, browse the file system. You can see benchmarks, HBase, temp, user and var. Every metadata will contains in this file system object, right? So in this file system object exists of path. I am checking whether the given path like /user /hdfs pavan sample.txt, this path contains in this file system, or it will exist. If it contains, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. This is a simple if else condition. Okay, fine. Now from the backend, as it is not created. Okay, so for our convenient purpose, I am giving only the user. Okay, fine. Just a minute. Yeah, fine. So here in HDFS, right, coming back to the program, I'm using here /user /hdfs, whether we will check whether the path is exist or not. So there are two ways of execution again here. Right click on here, go to run as Java applications, or click on run HDFS. Path exists, that's fine. Now this is a program to find out whether path exists or not. Second thing here, I uncommented the thing which I am making uncommented. This file system dot exist. Suppose I want to create a directory with a given path. So I am doing power. Going again execution, whether we will see whether this will execute or not. We will get a I got some error because path already file already exists, exception, parent path is not a directory. Oh, something I done right. Okay, fine. See here, so I'm creating by using .mkdirs. I am creating a path with respect to the folder. I will get it. This is about the streaming of the data. This streaming here is right. fs data output stream is a class which makes the streaming out. File system dot create of path. I am giving the path with here I will give a path sample.txt. Now this program is going to do such a way that it will create a path, and you need to uncomment this. Before execution, you need to uncomment this. Okay, and file system dot create of path true. So path will be created, and the content from the, if you observe here, I written the code at earlier with respect to input stream. I am taking this stream object to read the content in that stream and to write into the output file the specified path. For that I am giving the bytes of bytes, new bytes, length, fs out. If fs out the object is not null, I'm taking the length of by using is input stream dot read of bytes, and those I'm writing that length into writing of the output stream. It will get executed, that file will get executed. That's it. If you execute this thing, we'll get the output. This is a thing with respect to the copying a content by streaming read write operation to the output file. This is one way. Here we performing the three operations, like we are checking path, we are creating a directory, and we are rewriting the file from one location to the Hadoop location. And again, go to the project explorer, go to the copy from local. I'm giving the local file name here in this program. I'm giving the local file name target file name. Again, I'm calling the, see, for each Hadoop operation, that it be storing of a file or processing of the file, whatever we need, this configuration is a common class that we need to execute first of all. We need to declare first of all. And file system, this depends upon the requirement. And coming to the configuration, configure new configuration, this we have created. File system created, I created the path, a source path and destination path. So for the source path, local file name, and for destination file, I am giving target file name. File system dot move from local file, source file and destination file. Move from local file. This is like, if you see in the Hadoop shell commands, go to Google, and Google search HDFS shell commands, file system shell. You will get the some shell commands in order to practice using terminal. Here, if you see copy from local, copy to local, right? The same operation that will exit if you use, coming back, if you use move from local or copy from local method also there. I'm writing here file sys dot copy from local. So in order to get the relevant methods, I pressed Ctrl plus space, copy from local file, and we need to pass arguments or parameters to the method which is asking. If you use a move from local file, means file will be moved from, it will be cut from the local path and it will copy it in or paste it into the destination path. So this is how we can execute the program. So if you execute this program, either HDFS files, or if you go with go to Explorer again, if you go with source code bigdata.learning.hdfs and copy from local, so either of the program will get executed. So just let me know if you have any doubts or any flow code during your execution. If you got any, if you stuck anywhere during the execution of the program, or if you want to more clear explanation on this code, either copy from local.java or hdfs files.java. Now it's a time to know. Now it's a time to know about MapReduce program, the flow. And in MapReduce program, I'm going to give the word count program, matrix multiplication program, and max temperature program. Okay, fine.